On today's video, I'm going to be taking you on a driving tour through Lakeside and Flower Mound, Texas. We're going to be covering a little bit of everything from tax rates, what you can expect from pre-owned homes and new construction prices, and even what apartment rents are like in the area. I'll show you around so you can get a real feel for the community, from the shopping and dining spots to the mix of older neighborhoods and the new developments popping up. Plus, I'll go over some of the pros and cons to help you decide if this area might be the right fit for you. So if you've been curious about what it's like living in or moving to Lakeside at Flower Mound, you'll definitely want to stick around for this full driving tour. So that makes sense.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another video today. You join me over here in Flower Mound, Texas. We are going to be going through Lakeside. We're going to be going through the shopping center, the old neighborhoods, some of the new construction. Going to be talking about some of the apartments. This is just a really cool mixed-use development area that if you're coming out to Flower Mound and you're checking out the area, I would definitely come by. I would check out this just to get a better idea on kind of what to go hang around if you do move into this area. Now, they do have some houses for sale in this neighborhood that are a little bit older. They do have some new construction as well. So we'll break down kind of what you could rent an apartment at, you could buy a townhouse at, what new construction costs, maybe an older home, give you an idea on kind of just what this area looks like. Because if you are moving to Flower Mound, and maybe you're not even going to move to this neighborhood of Lakeside, but you're going to move to some other neighborhoods around here. There's a couple of new construction neighborhoods that Toll Brothers is bringing in just up the street that I have done videos on. This is going to be right down the street from that, so it is something that you'd hang around. So I did want to get people a good look at not just like neighborhoods around Flower Mound, but also kind of the mixed-use areas that you could hang around, go to restaurants, some shopping with you and your family. You know, on the weekends, it's right by Grapevine Lake. There's some parks, there's walking trails. So today I'll just be giving you a breakdown on Lakeside Village and kind of what to expect with prices, commute times, school zoning, and also breaking down the tax rate because part of it is zoned for Denton County. Another part is zoned for Tarrant County, so I'll break down the differences there as well. But it's something to keep in mind if you're looking at Flower Mound, Texas. Some of the neighborhoods actually fall within Denton County. So for this Lakeside neighborhood, Lakeside Village, Lakeside Shopping, whatever you want to call it, you've got it zoned for Denton County and Tarrant County. Tax rate in here. For the Denton County side, it's going to be 1.69%. That's going to be taxed for the town of Flower Mound, Denton County, and Louisville ISD. Now on the south side where they're building the new construction, that's going to be zoned for Tarrant County, and that's going to be a 1.98% tax rate. That's going to be taxed for Tarrant County, City of Flower Mound, Louisville ISD, Tarrant Hospital District, and Tarrant County College. So if you're looking at Flower Mound, you know, and you're working with an agent, you're not working with me, but you're working with a different agent, you're looking at Flower Mound, definitely ask them like, hey, is this neighborhood zoned for Tarrant County? Is it zoned for Denton County? Because you could be looking at a 1.69 or a 1.98 if you are zoned for Tarrant County. So that's the differences there. So keep that in mind if you're looking out for Flower Mound. It's the same thing that happens up in Prosper. Some of those neighborhoods up in Prosper, some of them are zoned for Collin County, some of them are zoned for Denton County. So you want to know the difference on those. That's not as big of a difference as what Tarrant County is to Denton County, but there are some small differences here and there. Now for the different neighborhoods in this area, so while we're driving through at the beginning of this video, we're kind of going through the beginning shops that you see in the restaurants, and then later on in this video we'll start seeing kind of the neighborhoods with the 40-foot lot, 0 lot lines, and we'll see some of the townhomes, and then we'll work our way back to some of the apartment complexes in the new construction. But just breaking down kind of single family, new construction, townhomes, condos, apartments, this is what price ranges are looking like. So for single family on the older Lakeside neighborhood on kind of more the north side, you could do like a 2016 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,336 square feet, listed at $785,000 at $336 per square foot on a lot size that's about 0.09 of an acre. So maybe, just maybe, you get a small little backyard, right? But you're sharing kind of that wall, not the wall interior, but basically your fence line is the wall of your neighbor. There might be some windows that look into your backyard space from your neighbor because these are 40-foot lot lines. So if you're looking for privacy, just get out of this video because it's not going to exist around here unless maybe you buy one of the condos for like $2.4 million. But we'll get to that here in a second. For the new construction on the south side, they're building some villas. They're going to do like a 2024. Just get ready for that. Just put your seatbelt there. Let me just buckle in real quick. Put your seatbelt on for this one because this one's going to get you. These prices right here are going to get you. So we're gonna buckle up real quick because we're gonna hang in here. So for new construction, now don't get me wrong, these villas look nice and dandy and they have like a cool little aesthetic. Would I pick it? No, but they do look kind of nice. Get ready guys, 2024, 3-bed, 3.5 bath, 2,706 square feet, $2 million at $737 per square foot. But wait, But wait, it gets better. You've got condos in here. 2018 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,338 square feet, listed at $2.4 million at $1,028 per square foot. And the HOA for that is $2,500 per month. So we're looking at some hefty prices in here. Would I go for the new construction? Heck no. Townhomes in here, you could do like a 2022 3-bed, 3.5 bath. I'm gonna unbuckle my seatbelt here. 3,525 square feet, listed at $1,285,000 at $364 per square foot with an HOA of $511 per month, which is on the higher side of townhomes for HOAs. Like usually I like seeing the townhome HOAs be like $250, $350 per month. I think that's somewhat reasonable. All right, somewhat reasonable, especially when you've got maybe a tax rate of like 1.69. Really what I hate is like when you get up to Salina and you get into a townhome neighborhood, they're doing like a $350 per month HOA, and then on top of that you've got a 2.08% tax rate, and then on top of that you also have a PID, so really the tax rate comes out to like 2.8%. So that, you know, those, especially with interest rates at 7%, I mean, these things start adding up. Now, yes, you could do new construction, do like a 4.99 to a 5.99, but I mean, still, some of these things, it's going to be like, what's going to end up blowing up the market is not even like interest rates. It's going to be more of just HOA values and insurance values on houses, because that stuff's getting out of hand as well. For apartments in here, you've got studio apartments that you could do for like $1,500 per month. You could do 1 bedrooms for $1,400 per month, and you could do a 2-bedroom for $2,200 per month. So you can see all those prices on there. You're going to be paying a premium. You're within Flower Mound. You're in like a mixed-use development, so there's going to be prices here and there that are a little bit higher. But I do think out of all of these different things for sale in here, I really do think the one thing that's worth it, like that 2016 at $785,000, and where this is located by DFW Airport and Grapevine Lake and this mixed-use area, and be really nice to walk around. I mean, I'll say I would pay $700,000, $800,000 for the type of houses around here being in this area. If you got to commute down to Dallas, or maybe one person's got to commute into Fort Worth, and you need to be next to the DFW airport, but you also want to kind of be around a safe area that you could also walk around, enjoy some restaurants. Like there, I could see some value with that. Now, for $2 million on new construction with no backyard, 0 lot line, or maybe you get a small little backyard, at 2,700 square feet, I can't. Some of these things I just can't justify, right? School zoning in here, you're going to be zoned for Louisville ISD. That's going to be Bluebonnet Elementary, Shadow Ridge Middle School, and Flower Mound High School. None of these schools are going to be on site. All these schools are going to be a little bit further away. The elementary school and the middle school are about 5 minutes away. The high school is a little bit further. But for commute times, down to Dallas is going to be 35 minutes. Frisco is going to be 30 minutes. DFW Airport is going to be 7 minutes. Fort Worth is going to be 30 minutes. Grocery is going to be 8 minutes away. And the nearest hospital is going to be 10 minutes away. So if you look at all those commute times, really the main pro is you're kind of in this perfect area to be close to everything. Even though you're going to be 30 minutes away, you kind of get the best of 3 worlds, right? You're 30 minutes away from Frisco, you're 30 minutes away from Fort Worth, and you're 30 minutes away from Dallas. It's very rare. I mean, nowhere else in the Dallas area are you going to find that. So you're just going to find that within Flower Mound and some of these areas. Now, if you go a little bit further west towards Argyle, you know, you probably could still get into Fort Worth within 30 minutes, but now Dallas commute time or Frisco commute time are still going to be about 40 to 50 minutes, and DFW Airport commute time is going to be a little bit further away. If you're commuting to Love Field, you're going to be looking at more of a time of like, let's say 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Right, but DFW Airport being really close to here, that's really nice, 7 minutes away. So that is a main pro. And then breaking down more of the pros and cons. For the main pros in this area, it's a great area to be around. You've got easy access to this neighborhood is literally right off Long Prairie Road. You're only a couple lights away from the tollway as well. You're not too far away from DFW Airport. This is one of the most walkable areas too that you're gonna find, because it's not just walkable because it's a mixed use development. You can walk around some of the restaurants and the shops, but it's also walkable because you've got some trails, you've got some tree lines, you have a real nature feel, and then you can walk out, you can see the sunset on Grapevine Lake every single day, going into the night, right? Enjoy it. When I was out doing this driving tour, there was tons of people walking their dogs around some of the trails and some of the areas around here. So that was really cool to see. So if you want to be in something that's walkable, this could be a good area. You also got parks, nature trails, Grapevine Lake, good aesthetic to the area, restaurants, gyms, shops, all within walking distance. And I think there's really something for everyone in this area. Now, flipping on the con side, even though it's a pro that you're close to the lake and you get to enjoy kind of that nature aspect of everything, you are right by the lake, so the ground here is a little bit more, you know, moves a little bit more, so that could lead to foundation problems, so kind of keep that in mind into the future. Also, you've got lots of multifamily around here. So there are going to be some townhomes. There's also going to be even some of those new construction homes that are $2 million. They're going to be right next to an apartment complex or that condo complex. So if you don't really want to be next to apartments, they've got more homes that are a little bit more tucked in, that are a little bit more private. Now, they're not private in terms of like you next to your neighbor. People are still going to be able to see into your backyard, but they're not right next to all the apartment complexes. More of the townhomes were close to the apartment complexes, but some of those single family homes were a little bit more towards the west side and not as close to the apartments. But you are going to be close to that, so there's going to be lots of foot traffic in the area. And then the backyard space is not going to be too big, like I was saying. I also thought it was interesting that the new construction side was zoned for Tarrant County. So not only are you paying $2 million, but you're just out of the border of Denton County. And if you were in Denton County, you'd be paying taxes at like 1.7, but instead you're going to be paying taxes at 1.98%, which is going to be a pretty penny when Mr. Tax Guy comes around, right? That could be a good chunk of change for property taxes on there. Now you could do a homestead exemption, things like that, which will bring it down, but still just know that if you're in the Tarrant County side, that's going to be more of a con than being on the Denton County side. And you know what? I just can't justify paying $2 million for a house like that. Yeah, it's going to be luxurious, but I just, you know, I think there's better options for $2 million. So, and that's going to do it for Lakeside in this area, this mixed use development, showing you guys some of the neighborhoods, showing you guys some of the price ranges. So let me know, I'm also interested. Let me know down in the comment section if you would pay some of these prices for some of the things around here. Now, like I said, I would pay that 2016, that's at like $785,000. I think that's, well, like I could actually see the value in that. Other things, not so much. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about this area. I think it is a really cool area. If you're coming out to Flower Mound, this is one of the areas I would definitely come check out so you can get a better vibe and see kind of the atmosphere of the area as well. And it being close to Grapevine Lake, if you do like the lake, if you do have a boat, you're going to have easy access to a boat ramp as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're looking to work with a real estate agent on your home search, I would love to work with you and your family. I have all my information down below on how to contact me. Other than that, peace out, y'all, and take it easy as always. Thanks for checking out my channel and watching that video. I got more videos floating around here. If you're in the market to buy or sell real estate in the DFW area, I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Besides that, bye.